Hey all, today we're looking at the SIG P238. Let's get into it. Now, if you like this content, like, sub, shares, all that good stuff, I really appreciate it. Also down below, coupon codes and merch to help support the channel. So, the SIG P238. So this review is going to be a little bit different, a little bit rushed. I've only had this access to this gun for the next couple hours. I did have several days to shoot it and look it over and kind of put it through its paces, but I've kind of run out of time to do the review. So bear with me, but I think I can still give a pretty thorough review. So what is a SIG P238? It is a pocket-sized 1911, for lack of a better term. Starting with features, so it is a stainless steel slide with an anodized alloy frame. Has these nice wood grips on it. This is, I believe, the black wood version. There's a couple different versions of this gun, but this gun has these really nice laminated wood grips on it. This operates a lot like a 1911. You have a single action trigger. This trigger on this gun is pretty good. I'm showing, let me take off safety. So that is the take up. Pretty good. Trigger is pretty crisp. Not exactly as perfect as you'd expect out of a 1911, but it's still pretty good, especially compared to a lot of the other little pocket 380s, which this is kind of in the pocket 380, as you can see the size of it, the pocket 380 realm. How this gun operates is you would carry it cocked and locked, and the safety is right here. I do like that it's a very, and you can probably hear it, very tactile, very audible snap off. Putting it on isn't as loud, but when you take the safety off, it is very audible, letting you know safety is off, gun is ready to fire. It's really small here on the side compared to like your full-size 1911 safety, but I've never had an issue with flipping it off. Sometimes I do notice, because it's kind of soft and smooth here on the bottom, it can be a little bit, you have to put a little more effort into ensuring you stick the safety on, but flipping it off, very nice and easy. And once you get used to it, it's really not that hard to slip it on or off. Slide release here, right? So slide release is nice and wide and big here. Again, nothing that's going to stick out, but definitely big enough to be easy to activate, which is something I like because, with some of these smaller guns, you can really find yourself wishing for more ground to basically have for, your slide release. So magazine, standard magazine release right there, comes with stainless steel 6-round magazine, so it's a 6+1. Pretty standard capacity for the little pocket 380s, at least before they got into the crazy stack and a half stuff they're doing now. I believe you can get up to like 10 with the LCP Max. But so 6 isn't terrible, not amazing, but not terrible, right? One of my favorite features of this gun are these sights. So I'm going to show here. These are, SIG has a fancy name for them. It's like a SIG light or something they call them. Basically, it's a set of night sights, and they are very nice. They are set in here so you can change and replace them, which is a huge plus for a pocket gun, but they're also big, so honestly I wouldn't see why you'd want to change them. So many pocket 380s, the LCP series, even the car series. Well, the car guns had a nicer set of sights. They're not as nice as this. So honestly, this is one of the strong points of the gun, at least in my opinion, is the fact that the sights on this are really good. That's pretty much it for features. Again, the trigger on this is really nice. It's a single action trigger. Sights are good. Not the highest capacity, but 6+1, probably enough. What do I think of the gun? In shooting it, I really did not have any issues. I didn't have any malfunctions. When I shot it, I have seen other people, you can get a good 2-finger grip on this, but at the end of the day, it's a small gun. And I have seen people choke up on the gun maybe a little too much, and they can induce failures. That is not the gun's fault, because at the end of the day, again, as I've said, a lot of people, when they fire little tiny guns like this, they can choke up too much, and your fingers run across the slide. Next thing you know, it's not enough to cycle the round. You get a failure to eject or a failure to feed. Other than that, the gun has been very reliable, which is nice to see, out of a pocket 380, because some of them can have issues. Accuracy of this gun with these sights, very good. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the footage of going out in the desert shooting steel targets. I would definitely say that for self-defense, it is more than adequately accurate. But overall, definitely a cool little gun. And I gotta say, if you're looking for a 1911 style pocket gun, I know, again, I'm not a huge polymer fan, and a lot of the pocket 380s nowadays are all polymer. So if you're looking for something that is still nice and light and still nice and concealable, but maybe a little more old school, a little more, something you don't have to worry about that the dog's going to chew the end off of because it's all polymer, I definitely say this is something to check out. But put down below what you think, and have a good day.